welcome to this, the second of the Pandora's Jar videos, this time focusing on Jocasta, the incredible disappearing woman of Greek myth. Well, I mean, she doesn't disappear for all of us. I like her so much, I wrote a whole novel about her. But in general, in sources ancient and modern, Jocasta can be really hard to find. Partly that's an issue of focus, right? So in the Sophocles play, Oedipus Tyrannus, we usually call it Oedipus the King, she is less than 10% of the dialogue. The focus is very much on Oedipus and his downfall as an individual, although of course it's the same downfall which encompasses her, and she doesn't survive, spoiler, to the end of the play. But it doesn't have to be that way. This is just the recurring theme of these videos. I think you'll find the myth isn't always like that. Well, the myth isn't always like that, so shut up. So in Euripides' Phoenissae, Phoenician women, the action is set a little bit after the time of the action of Oedipus the King. So the revelation that this incestuous marriage has taken place, that's occurred. But at the end of the Sophocles play, Jocasta is dead and Oedipus is banished, blinded and banished. In the Euripides play, in Phoenissae, Euripides has taken the story and completely switched it around. So Oedipus has been sort of imprisoned rather than banished, rather than thrown out. He's been closed in. His sons are so ashamed of him, he's basically been locked away in the palace of Thebes for the duration of the time since. Jocasta has stayed in a position of royal power. She is a diplomatic force. The play begins with her delivering a monologue, which, by the way, is extraordinary, talking about the great trauma of losing her baby son that her husband Laius had impregnated her with while drunk. I mean, we suddenly get this image of this woman who had absolutely no control over what happened to her in her youth, and yet she has become this powerful, negotiating political force by the start of the play. So she can be something quite different. There is no certain image of Jocasta painted on any vase or sculpted anywhere from the ancient world. See if you can guess why. That's right, she's a woman over 35 and you know the rules. It doesn't get a lot better in the more modern world, to be honest with you. The 19th century painting by Edouard Toulouse, which shows a scene from Euripides' Phoenissae, is called Farewell of Oedipus to the Corpses of His Wife and Sons. She's got a name, dude. It's Jocasta. Jesus Christ.